What's up everyone, Zach Seif here. It's 2024, which means it's time for a new gear rundown. For those of you who don't know, Crash the Party is not going on tour this year. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that just didn't work out. We're still all incredibly close friends and we've actually hung out recently. So I've joined the wedding band, the Ever After band, which if you haven't seen my first vlog with them, you can check it out there. We are a high-end wedding band here in New Jersey, serving mostly the tri-state area. We play between 30 and 60 weddings or so a year. And we also do galas, we do corporate events, we do private parties, and all that sort of stuff. It's really the next step after Crash the Party, where we're making more money, we get fed, there's less travel, there's less overhead involved, and we get to put on these really beautiful, elegant shows week after week. So with the new band means a new rig, so today we're gonna go through what I'm taking out on tour with the Ever After band, so stay tuned. So let's start with my main guitar. This is my beautiful Musicman Majesty Nebula. This is hands down the greatest guitar that I own and hands down my favorite guitar to play. There's just something about it that really inspires me and really motivates me when I play. It just plays itself. It's effortless to play. I can get all the way up and down the fretboard without anything in my way. All of the controls are within one sweep of the hand. It's super ergonomic. I have the acoustic piezo system on this guitar, so I don't need to bring an acoustic guitar to all these shows. I just flick the knob, we're ready to go. Found a piezo preset on my Axe effects, and it sounds just like a mic'd up expensive Martin or Taylor guitar. I absolutely love this thing and use it every possible moment that I can. One of the newest additions to my arsenal this year is the Musicman Luke III. Got this in a trade from good old Ben Eller. Go check out his channel if you want to get really good at the guitar. The reason why I like this guitar so much is the fact that position 4 gives you an inner coil Strat kind of tone, and position 2 gives you an outer coil Tele kind of tone, plus the 3 traditional humbucking sounds that you can get as well. Makes this guitar the if you only could bring one guitar to the gig kind of guitar. The first show that I brought this to for the Ever After band was actually the day that I got it in the mail, and everyone told me at the end of the gig, that's the guitar you need for this gig. It just sounds so great in the mix. It's voiced really well. It's definitely more on the more vintagey PAF kind of sound in terms of what the guitar sounds like. But you combine that with this beautiful roasted maple neck and this super comfortable, beautiful looking piece of rosewood on the fretboard and this killer turquoise ocean sparkle finish. I mean, this thing just catches eyes left and right on the dance floor, and it's very comfortable to play for an extended period of time. So that's why it's in my arsenal this year. And now for something totally different, we've got my Aristides 060 Raw. The reason why I like using this guitar is because it is pretty much prone to temperature and humidity changes. So when we do all these ocean bound weddings and stuff, sometimes we're literally on the beach or right next to it. I can take this guitar out of the case. It's perfectly in tune. It's super resonant. I mean, hear how loud that is unplugged. It's about twice the volume of my other guitars. Super comfortable, super durable. There's no frills about it. I don't have any electronics in here that require batteries or charging or anything like that. There's no floating bridges. This is the ultimate workhorse guitar. It's also the second most expensive guitar in my collection right now. We have the Lundgren pickups, which are ridiculously clear. I've got a 5-way blade for all my split coil tones. I could also do the wedding with just this guitar and be totally fine. It's great in terms of appeal and appearance because it matches our black and gold dress code that we have on stage, so it looks really sharp with a suit and tie on. And honestly, this thing just will not let you down. So this is in my arsenal for all of those reasons, plus the fact that it just looks so cool and futuristic. You definitely go check out these guitars if you haven't had a chance to yet. And as you guys know, I am the Artist Relations Manager for Quantum Industries, so I rep our triple guitar case on the road. Every single time I leave my house with a guitar, unless I'm teaching, everything goes in this vault. It keeps everything super safe, super secure. It doubles as a live-in stand. It can fit 3 normal-sized electric guitars. I've got extra foam on the top, so I don't have to worry about them moving in transit. Everything is super stable and locked in place in there. It's got the neck straps, TSA locks if we do any fly dates. It's gone through ice, snow, sand, dirt, mud, gravel, It's gone all over the Jersey Shore and all those gig vlogs I've done with Crash the Party and Evolution X. This case is a beast. If you want to learn more, be sure to hit me up after this video. As always, be sure to subscribe. You guys know I post regular content on what it's like being a full-time musician in today's modern music industry, so make sure you take 2 seconds to hit that icon, smash that like button, and follow me on social media for more content on the regular. So this year, it's fully wireless. Wireless mics, wireless guitars, wireless everything. It all starts with the Shure GLXD wireless guitar system. If you guys haven't seen my review video for that yet, check it out. I've upgraded from the Sennheiser XSWD to this unit because I can run this on the 5.8 gigahertz range, which means I'm not going to get any interference for the wireless mic that I use, which is this Lekato MW1 system, which I did a sponsored video for this as well. This allows me to have no XLR cables in front of me while I'm on stage, except for the one that runs my FM9 into the mixer. There's just so many less cables on stage now that we're all on wireless mics and wireless in-ears. Speaking of which, the Sennheiser G4, I've been using this since the Evolution X days, and this thing is built like a tank. I have no issues with this. This runs in the 400 to 500 millihertz range, so it's not on the digital Wi-Fi frequency range that everything else is on. So the fact that we can keep our in-ears and some of our mics on analog and keep everything else on digital, it allows us to have 11 people on stage running microphones and in-ears and wireless lights and mixers and all that sort of stuff. In the same vein, my good old trusty JH Audio 16 V2s. You guys have seen these on the channel before. These things are built like a tank. I've had very few complaints, if any at all, about them, and the one time that I messed up the cable, they were able to send me a replacement by the end of the week, and I was up and running to go. So highly recommend that you invest in custom molds, because it's the only way you're going to be able to actually hear what your show truly sounds like and retain all of the low end that you don't get with generic molds. Rounding off the accessories, we have a Dunlop little holder for my picks to go right on my mic stand, and if you're looking at the end here, it looks a little mangled. It's because I ordered the large one, which I'm not that tall of a guy, so I don't need that much length on the boom arm on my mic stand. So I just kind of cut it in half and made it fit about 6 to 8 of the Dunlop jazz style picks that I use. So this is great because I can keep all my picks here. I don't have to put anything on the back of my Quantum case, and everything is within reach. In this pack, we have all of the stuff I need while I'm physically on stage: breath spray and gum, because in between sets and load in and dinner and stuff like that, we're going to be talking to a lot of people, and it's just nice to take care of your oral hygiene. Hand sanitizer and hand lotion. We're meeting a lot of people at these weddings and corporate events. Don't always know where a bathroom is going to be or if it's on the other side of the venue. And in terms of hand lotion, my skin gets dry in the winter, so again, I have some of this on hand just in case. Spray deodorant, pretty self-explanatory. By the time I'm done with load in, I mean, I'm usually due for a reapply. So 2 quick hits of that, I'm good to go. Hand wipes, just in case there's any grease from stands or road cases or anything like that that's a bit tougher to get off. Always keep some of those on me. And of course, extra batteries. My Majesty, my Luke, those are all active preamp guitars, so they need AAAs and 9 volts. Make sure that you test your batteries regularly. I went to go test mine about 2 weeks ago, and all of my backup batteries were dead because they just do that over time. I probably haven't swapped those since the beginning of Crash the Party, so always check your backup batteries with a multimeter like this guy over here. Measure your batteries every 3 to 6 months and just make sure that they're actually going to work if you ever need them. I call this my charging pack. This accessory pack has a multi-input 3 amp USB little adapter thing to plug into the wall that allows me to charge all my stuff at once. So I have a USB-C here for the Shure system. I have a regular, whatever Apple wants to call this, failure of a dongle that's no longer around to charge my iPhone, because I'm still using an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have a headphone extender just in case I do any sit-down pit orchestra, musical theater gigs, recording sessions where I need just a little bit more cable length for my in-ears. Always good to have one of those with you, especially drummers misplace them all the time, so my drummer has borrowed mine on occasion. And last but not least, I have a backup Shure quarter-inch cable because the wireless unit is not a traditional patch cable. It has this very special little 4-pin sort of system here, so I have an extra cable just in case my main cable breaks. I can still use my wireless. And the last 3 things that I keep are a pick tin. This one has Angel Vivaldi on it. It gives me +5 shred and +5 sex appeal when I play shows, and this houses all of the picks that go in that pick holder that I showed you before. It's all jazz style picks, everything Dunlop. I'm a Dunlop artist. I've been playing Dunlop picks pretty much exclusively for 16 years at this point. This year we're using the Mick Thompson from Slipknot Signature Jazz 3s. These things will not fall out of my hand no matter what. The grip on here is ridiculous, and the pick just has such great clarity to it. I also have the Eric Johnson Jazz 3s. These are my go-to. I use them on pretty much everything. And when we're doing some more funk kind of R&B, comping, Motown stuff, the .88 Tortex Jazz 3s. So throughout the evening, I kind of swap between those 3 depending on what we're playing, what kind of speed and feel I need. And they fit perfectly in the pick holder like I mentioned before. The tools for my in-ears, I have the little bass adjustment wrench if I want more or less low end, and I also have the cleaner to grab all the earwax and crap out after every show. You don't want that to build up, trust me. The main wireless cable for my Shure system, I have a right angle just because I like how that looks better, and if I ever sit down for whatever reason, it's not gonna jab into my leg. And then we have a tried and true capo here. This one's from D'Addario. It's just a nice, easy, kind of snap-on trigger style capo like that, and it has an extra pick in it for when I do acoustic-y stuff. A lot of the first dances and introductions, a lot of those songs tend to be country. A lot of country players use capos, and you need one for what I do because you never know when we're going to change a key last minute, or if you want to bring something up or down, or if we're going to go from one song to the next. And I don't want to switch or drop out or anything like that. I use a capo at least once a night for what I do. Amp-wise, everything is going through the FM9. All of my effects, my amps, cabs were 100% direct. This unit is phenomenal because it has all the processing power I need. It has all the inputs and outputs that I need, so I can plug in my guitar. I can go straight to our mixer right here. If I want expression pedals, I've got access to 2 of those. USB to edit my tones on the go. Super simple, super straightforward. For in-ears, again, using the Sennheiser, I bring my unit to and from each gig because I do a lot of fill-in work during the year, so I want to make sure I always have my unit on me. Backup quarter-inch cable. This is from my good friends at Neutrik. They sent me this silent plug a couple months ago. So if my wireless ever goes down, I can literally just rip it out of my unit, plug this cable in, no pops or snaps, back in action. Long power cable, so I can plug in the FM9 on any size stage. Power unit for the Shure Guitar Wireless, just to one spot is all it needs. The Mogami patch cable to plug the wireless into the FM9. Power cable for my in-ears. This will be permanently installed in the rack in a few weeks when we go to redo it to add all my other stuff. And an XLR to patch my in-ears into our mixer. Hercules 2-in-1 tablet holder so that I can hold my iPad on a mic stand and it won't fall. My Ernie Ball toolkit that has everything I need to do full setups on the road, extra strings, screwdrivers, wrenches, Allen keys, tuners, cleaning cloths, you name it. My microphone, which as we know is the E945. It is the only microphone that I trust on my voice because I know how it responds and how it sounds and how it lets me really sing as authentically as possible, capturing the true tone of my voice. Gaff tape, you're gonna go through 100 of these during the year, so make sure that you always have some because someone's gonna forget theirs and eventually you're gonna run out, and you don't wanna be that guy with terrible cable management at a high-end gig. And of course, everything is in this beautiful Pelican Air 1615 with the plug and pull foam. I made a video on this, I think 2 years ago. So everything is pre-cut so that when it's all packed up, it looks like this. And everything is safe and secure on the road. That just about wraps up today's video. I hope you got a really cool glimpse as to what it's like seeing how I prepare for weddings and the corporate events that I do with the Ever After band. I'm super stoked. We have a pretty full schedule this year, and I hope to capture a lot more content while I'm on the road. In the meantime, again, social media, Instagram is really the best place to reach me. I post daily on there. You see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You see what I'm working on, the new gear that I get, and all that other cool stuff. Until next time, everyone, keep on following your dreams.